Member for Maitland seeks leave. Leave's granted. Leave's granted. Maitland.
Thank you, Mr Temporary Speaker. I rise to add to this debate regarding the much-needed safety upgrade to Hillsborough Road, and I congratulate the member for Charlestown on having worked so hard to get this issue placed on the agenda. And we can see from the debate today that there's a bipartisan support for this issue, and it's one that we want to get resolved very quickly. It's the tragic death of a young woman like Jade Frith, which has led to this debate, a life cut short, family left to grieve, and a community asking why more couldn't have been done to prevent this loss of life. I pass my condolences on to Jade's family and her friends, and I know the member for Charlestown had previously raised her concerns about the Hillsborough Road to the government, and an upgrade to this road has been on the agenda for some time. Hillsborough Road is not alone as a Hunter Road in need of long-awaited upgrades. In fact, I myself in 2008 raised the issue of a pedestrian overpass that was required and then subsequently built across the New England Highway near my home in Thornton after the death of two young boys, which had occurred back in about the early 1990s. And that overpass, which cost $2.5 million, which was a massive amount of money to spend for that, was the only way that the government was able to overcome the traffic difficulties. And I can remember having a conversation at the time with the the federal member for the Hunter, Joel Fitzgibbon, and the then member for Maitland's, Frank Terenzini, to ask them what price was life, and we needed to make sure that we invested, because there was a whole new community going up there with lots of school children. And again, like the Hillsborough Road accident that brings us here today, the member for Port Stephens reminded me earlier of the death of the young resident Reuben Sutherland in 2015, which led to an increased focus on the Nelson Bay Road Corridor study, which is currently underway. These are all issues that the Shadow Minister for the Hunter and the member for Charlestown, and indeed all Hunter members, have been following particularly closely, and we will be holding the Premier to his commitments for funding for all of these commitments. Unfortunately, too many road projects from this government, we see tunnel vision of transport planning. Departments are tasked with building a new road or rail project and give little consideration to how these transport projects will interact with pedestrians, cyclists and other transport users. And Labor has long advocated for a Hunter Transport Authority, a standalone section of the Transport Department, to coordinate transport planning in the Hunter region for this reason. Too often the concerns of local residents, our local members, our local mayors are ignored, while decision makers in Sydney base their decisions on what will make the best headline, not what local members need. Thank you.